Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing the XREAL Air 2s as well as the XREAL Air 2 Pros. Let's get into it, shall we? So these are AR glasses with two micro OLED displays with 1080p resolution, 46 degrees FOV, and 120 Hz. They actually project an image of a 130-inch TV, basically. So when you're wearing these and you connect them via USB-C to your phone, for example, if your phone has the capabilities of display out through USB-C, my Pixel 8 Pro doesn't have that, unfortunately. It's like you're actually watching a movie in the cinema, for example. That's crazy. Now, this right here is just a little shade, you know? So it blocks almost all of the light around you. It makes everything really dark in the background. But if you remove them, I can actually see you guys in the camera right now. And I can also adjust the brightness of the internal displays right here with the buttons on the side. There's a little button that works differently for the Air 2 Pros, which I'm using right now, and the Air 2s. So if you pay close attention to my eyes right now, you can see that everything should go dark whenever I press this button right here. So it kind of mimics this thing right here, which also comes with the Pros, by the way, and makes everything even darker. But with the Pros, you don't really need to carry this around, and it does a really good job of making everything super dark behind the display. I really like this feature. Still on the display specs, we have 500 nits of perceived brightness, which works very well, even out in the real world with sunny days and stuff like that. I didn't really have a problem with visibility. Talking about the audio next, it has some speakers and they actually sound pretty decent, you know? It's not mind-blowing, it's not like you're wearing some good quality headphones, obviously, but it works, and especially when you're wearing a hoodie, for example, the sound actually sounds way fuller that way. So if you can, and if it's cold outside, and if you're wearing these glasses, I really recommend a hoodie. But even without that, it works okay. I actually watched an entire season of a series that's based here in Portugal, Morangos com Açúcar. I don't recommend you to watch that, by the way. It's very cringe and it's bad. And I watched the entire thing with these glasses and the audio coming from them. I didn't really have any issues whatsoever. Which leads me to comfort. These are very comfortable glasses. They're actually malleable, like this, you know. They don't really cause a lot of strain in your head. They fit very comfortable in your nose as well, even with my very weird nose, which has this little bump right here. And even after watching 3 episodes in a row of that series that I was telling you about, I felt comfortable. I didn't feel any fatigue on my nose or ears. The only thing that I didn't really like was that I had a slight headache after wearing it for about like 3 hours, but that's it. Now let's talk about something that I did not enjoy with these glasses. That's the edge haze that happens. It becomes a little bit blurry on the edges, for my eyes at least. I'm not really sure if everybody experiences this. I've seen on Reddit that some people do see that, but my girlfriend could also see the little haze, and a friend of mine as well, although he wears glasses, so it doesn't count. Speaking of glasses, by the way, it also comes with a little bracket for some custom lenses that you can utilize with these glasses, so they got you covered if you wear glasses. You can also adjust the angle of the glasses like this, the viewing angle, you could say, but it's only 3 clicks. As you can see, it doesn't go further than that. But I really wish there was a little bit better adjustability, because going back to that hazy look on the edges, I think that would be fixed with some IPD adjustments, and that's interpupillary distance. That's something that you find in most VR headsets, like these ones right here. These are the DPVR E4s. So I think if we could adjust that with these glasses right here, they would be perfect for a lot more people, you know? Still, it's not the end of the world, and if you can resize the window of the movie that you're watching and stuff like that, make the display basically smaller, you can get rid of the haze. And that's where the XREAL Beam comes in, my friends. This little thing is an extra. It's $120. The Beam allows you to have a couple of more viewing modes as well. Smooth follow, where the image will follow your head movement slowly, smoothly, I guess you could say. Body anchor. I can't really show any of the Beam stuff to you guys because I can't really recorded with a capture card, but body anchor just has a still image, and then you can look around. Like, this is a menu right here where I'm looking at, and I can see more options by lowering my head. And then there is side view, which makes you have little window on the corner of the display basically, and then you can see whatever you're doing, like cooking for example, or doing other stuff with a little window where you can watch a movie for example, or a little video. So I'm gonna be honest, the first thing I did when I received these was connect them to the Asus ROG Ally, and man, I was happy. Like, one of the main gripes that I have with like the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally is the 7-inch display. It's enough for many of the things that you do there, but I've always wanted bigger. That's what she said. No, it's not. It's not what she said. I always thought that a little bit bigger display would definitely benefit my gaming experience with those devices. And the XREAL Air 2s, man, they deliver on that, my friends. Aside from the little blurry edges, once again, that I really don't like, I really enjoyed just plugging these into the Ally and playing Hades as well as Hollow Knight all day long. Well, not really all day long, but sometimes for like 2-3 hours straight. But there's one thing that I haven't really done with these glasses, and that's play games on a full-on desktop PC with power that can actually achieve 120 Hz in like AAA titles. Let's put this to the test and actually play some games at 120 Hz connecting this to a PC. I will use a capture card to record everything that I see through the glasses, and I'm not gonna be using my usual monitors and stuff. I'm just gonna use the glasses as my monitor. Alright guys, small change of plans. The capture card didn't work, so I'm actually gonna utilize NVIDIA Shadow Play to record the gameplay. No problems though. But when connecting that desktop PC to the Beam and then the Beam to the glasses, I only got 60 Hz, and this is all with the cables included from XREAL. Now it was working flawlessly at 60 Hz. I could resize the monitor and everything, make it 105 inches and 120 inches, and that got rid of the haziness that I was seeing and blur at the edges of the display, and it was looking very pretty. But yeah, the 60 Hz, man, I don't want that. So instead of using the desktop PC right there, I'll be using this laptop with a Ryzen 9 5900HX and RTX 3070. Let's play the games now! Finally. Alright, let's start with Counter-Strike 2, my friends. Oh yes, oh yes. See, oh, this is great. This is so interesting, so different from what I'm used to. Holy crap. And also, I can feel and see the little vibrations when I'm talking, by the way. That's really distracting, but the display itself, it's so responsive and really smooth at 120 Hz. This is great, guys. I really like this. Okay, I'm actually gonna dim the background right now. Okay, that's more immersive. All right. Damn, and now I can actually... Wait. It's just a different experience, and right now in Counter... Oh, I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so... He didn't want to kill me. You know what? This would be really cool with like a mini PC, for example. Imagine your setup not even having a monitor, guys. Because this is pretty vibrant. It's pretty bright as well, and it's OLED. So the colors just really pop, and the blacks are very deep as well. I like it. Also, in terms of input lag, there is none if you connect the glasses directly to the GPU or the device that you're using, of course, like a phone or something. But if you use the beam in between, okay, and get the 60 Hz image that we talked about previously, you do get quite a bit of added input lag. So I don't think that would be fit for Counter-Strike, for example. Come on, damn it. Damn it. No. All right, we did it, guys. First place is ours. Nice. Headshot percentage 60%, so you can still be very precise with this, just not as much as a real monitor, obviously. Now it is time for Cyberpunk 20... Oh my god, it's really unreal how this works, the dimming of the background, dude. Damn. In Cyberpunk, we will drop from 60 FPS because there's a CPU bottleneck here with this system. It's also getting a few stuttering issues here and there sometimes. And of course, the performance is lowered because we are recording inside of the computer with Shadow Play. But yeah, if it was a higher end laptop capable of like 120 FPS, it would feel really, really good. And it still feels okay. Even if you can't really reach 100 plus frames per second all of the time, I mean, it's still a 60 hertz experience, you know, or a 60 FPS experience. It's still running at a 120 hertz, of course. But now let's kill Bob. Goodbye, Bob. There we go. This is what I came for, guys. There we go. Yes, beautiful. But now let's talk about those graphics. Once again, we got the haze effect that I can see, but you guys can't really see. I can still read the things like 1:10 a.m., for example. I can read the 3070 temp, power, and so on, but there's just a little haze trail right there that I don't really like. But once again, if you are focusing on the game, not really on the corners of the game, it's really sharp. And once again, 1080p really works with these glasses. I don't see much aliasing, and I am using DLSS, I think, actually, 1080p quality DLSS. Yeah, DLSS also reduces noise in this game, so I like to utilize it. Let's go. Goodbye, Bob, once again. Oh yes, now I can kill him without getting out of the car because of the new updates. Okay, so that's it for Cyberpunk. Okay, now it's Dota 2, and I really want to check this one out because it has a lot of little text and details and stuff like that. And yeah, for example, over on the gold right there, I can see it, but it's a little bit blurry, guys. Maybe it's just my eyes, I don't know. But if I, for example, close my right eye, I can clearly read it. But if I close my left eye and leave my right eye opened, I cannot see that. I cannot see the cursor at the moment. It's out of the frame. Now, I'm actually seeing a game take place right now. The colors look really nice, guys. Like, that's the thing. OLED displays are very bright and very vibrant, and it's just a joy to look at, you know, the colors and stuff. Yes, the cursor is pixelated. I don't know what's going on with that. But everything else looks pretty good indeed. Now, let's try to take a look at the text over here, for example. Again, towards the bottom right, it's a little bit hazy, but it's okay. I can still read it, you know. Also, we're getting low FPS, yes, because we're recording. We are a CPU bottleneck still, and the game is basically maxed out. And it's still getting like 60 plus frames per second, so no problem. It still feels all right. It's okay. Overall, I actually expected that I wouldn't be able to see these icons over here and the text from them very well, but turns out it's seeable. I just wish the haze was gone, of course. That's a big issue. If you guys grab one of these glasses and see a ton of haze, you might be a bit disappointed, you know? Especially when pairing the glasses as an external display without the beam. With the beam, as I told you already, you can actually adjust the size and not have anything displayed on the far edges. That will work very well. So I've said pretty much everything that there was to say about these two guys right here. These are just the boxes, by the way, but they look beautiful, don't they? Oh, yes. Now, do I recommend the Air 2s for 400 bucks, which is what they cost, or the Air 2 Pros for 450? I think I'd actually go for the Air 2 Pros because that little dimming feature just does make a huge difference, especially outdoors, you know? And it's also pretty cool to show off to your friends, not gonna lie. So for only 50 bucks more, I think this is the real deal, the Pros. I don't think they're too expensive, but they're also not cheap, obviously. And if you're planning on just using it as a monitor, for example, you could buy some better monitors for that price. Obviously, they're not going to be doing the full cinema room experience, you could say, with everything dark and a floating window, but a monitor will also be a little bit more stable as well for playing games and edit videos and stuff like that. But I don't think where these shine the most is as a computer monitor, even though I really had a lot of fun playing the games today. I think they're actually a really nice addition when you're traveling. For example, on a hotel room with a tiny TV, you know, you could pop these in and wow. You can watch your series, your movies and stuff like that, and it's actually really nice. You could also, again, go to the bathroom, do your business, and instead of staring at a 7-inch screen on your Steam Deck or ROG Ally, you're just watching a big monitor in front of you and immersing yourself and spending hours and hours on end pooping. And also, if you have a stationary bike or like some gym thingies, like the machines and stuff, I think you could be watching like a movie or something and doing cardio at the same time, and it would work really well as well. Like I'm yet to do that because I don't really have any of those machines, and I'm a little bit shy to go to the gym with sunglasses. But I will try that out eventually. So yeah, it's these different use cases that we're not really used to being consuming content on that these really shine. Or in the case of like traveling on an airplane, these just provide a better content consumption experience. And I think for those use cases, these are totally worth it, guys. Now, lastly, what about the Beam? This is just the Beam box. Okay, no, not the real Beam. The real Beam is right here. I feel like if you're like me and you see a lot of haze around the edges of the display, this really helps a lot because you can resize the display once again and make it a little bit smaller, and then the haze will be gone and the picture will be perfect. Well, a little bit more aliased than the real deal, like the full-on display, but still, it will look pretty good. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't really be as comfortable wearing these glasses. I really hope to see the next iteration of the Air 2s, or well, like the Air 3s, I guess, have some IPD adjustments so you can actually adjust them to your own eyes, like VR headsets. So now that's been it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There are a couple of links down below in the description if you want to buy these things that we showcase here today. They're not affiliate links, by the way, and I'll catch you in the next one very soon. As always, love you all. Bye-bye.
Wow, look at the sunset. It's so beautiful. Are you seeing this?
What sunset?